Hello there, my beautiful souls, for today. I hope you guys are having a magnificent day, honoring your heart, honoring your light, and your gifts, and your truth. And today we're going to be talking about relationships, and more so a component of games. Games, different manipulation tactics, and basically dating rules that various gurus have come up with. And ultimately, you're playing in the mind then. This is a chess, this is a mind game, instead of coming from your heart, coming from your truth, coming from your authenticity. So before we dive deep into that, there is some imperative information that I have to share leading up to this. And recognizing your nervous system is vastly intelligent, and your body knows exactly what is happening. And to create a very powerful structure of true divine love, it occurs in safety. It occurs in a very calm atmosphere, calm energy. And so if you have a lot of turmoil or anxiety within the relationship, that is not love. That is literally tension and a fear response as being driven in your body. True love does not come from that. It is impossible to come from that. So when those feelings start arising, there's a misconception, oh, this is love, or I feel an intensity of emotions with them. Yeah, you feel that because that is your anxiety going off. That is a stress response. So recognizing that and reframing that, instead of the butterflies and the love, it's a fear response. And that will give you a much more long-lasting impact of changing the relationships and the connections and the people you truly want to dive into and grow and evolve with. And so once you start changing that pattern, you're going to recognize it, and it was like, no, I do not want this. I'm not seeking this. I've been down this road before, hoping that in time it'll create more safety and long-lasting energy, and more often than not, it doesn't. And then the emotions that I feel and the uncertainty is not what I'm creating and not what I want to experience within my body. And it'll give you a lot of discernment within your relationships and within yourself to truly embody what you want to create. So that is something important that you have to integrate and know on a deep level before going into this realm. So games, dating rules, right? And these dating rules can be like, don't make yourself too available, never double text, never triple text. Good morning texts are stupid. They give people the ick, or good night, or doing a meme or calling. It's like you have all these fucking rules, and it's insane. It's literally insane. You're going to drive yourself absolutely bonkers and nuts trying to get it right. And furthermore, by you playing games or these dumb rules that we have, you're not honoring who you are. You have a desired outcome, and that leads to control and manipulation. And so people who play this and do this, they want a desired outcome. That's what they're seeking. And they recognize the impact that it has on less secure individuals and the effects that it creates. And so recognizing, if you are in this energy and if you are playing games, like attracts like in many senses. And so if you're going in with the mindset, I'm going to play games, I'm going to deliberately move and change my schedule, my energy, guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract someone who does the exact same thing. And instead of leading from a place of love, openness, genuine connection, it's all going to be in the head. And then it becomes more so who's winning the game. And so it creates a lot of codependency patterns based on how they're responding, you have to respond. And so this will be another video, but this is matching energy. And I saw a thing the other day that I thought was absolutely ridiculous. And it was like, oh, okay, during texting, you want to match their energy. And it's like, no, you do not go into someone else's energy and try to match it to create attraction. I know what I'm coming in with. I know what I want. I know who I am as a person. And if you have certain fears, limitations, or boundaries that aren't in alignment with that, cool, that's fine. I'm still going to be consistent. And ultimately, if this doesn't create an empowering relationship, fine. I'm willing to let it go because I know what I want to create. I know what I want to do. And furthermore, with this uncertainty and anxiety of the game playing, it can lead to some more destructive relationships more so with cluster B personalities, trauma bonds, highs and lows, and narcissistic partners, which ultimately you do not want. You want to honor your love and your compassion of yourself and find a partner who is going to be real, going to be authentic, and be consistent. And yeah, we all have ebbs and flows from time to time, but it should have a pretty good pattern. And if not, that is just a recipe for frustration, a recipe for resentment to build. You do not want that in your field. And so some of the things you can look for in your relationships to see if there's a possibility of games being played is one, hot and cold behavior. And so a tactic that's commonly used with various people, individuals, called love bombing. So in the beginning, it's a lot of love, it's a lot of connection, it's a lot of openness, it's a lot of connection. And then there's a time where after that love bombing phase, it's the discard or the devaluation stage, where they slowly start to withdraw, they slowly start to disengage. And this could be for a couple of reasons. Avoidant tendencies, this could be self-worth, I feel I'm not worthy, I'm going to self-sabotage, or more so destructive cluster B personality disorders. And just recognize that that is on them. That has nothing to do with you. And especially as a man, your job is to be consistent. Your job is to be stable, because that's going to create safety in your partner. You don't match their energy, because then you're getting into the games, the roller coaster, and frankly, it's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. Rise above and create healthier forms of love. So hot and cold behavior, and this is why it's imperative to take things slow. Slow, 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 because in that you're getting multiple opportunities to see who someone truly is and not who they're pretending to be, or not with the love bombing stage. You get a holistic perspective of how that person shows up, who that person truly is. And in a healthy relationship, you're going to have a baseline. Right? You have a little bit highs, a little bit of lows, but your baseline of how you communicate, how you interact, the love, the connection, and it's going to keep slowly going up and up and up. So there's more connection, more freedom, more openness. And in unhealthy ones, it goes all over the place. It's madness, it's frustrating, and it's not a tool to create really strong relationships within your life. And so recognizing incongruency between actions and words is another component. So you have hot and cold behavior, but the incongruency. And so that is why words are beautiful, that's someone's intentions, but see how they act. See what their actions are entailing. So take the words as surface level, like, hey, I hear you, I understand, but just witness and see how they respond, because people's actions never lie. That is more so their deeper inner truth in the moment, and honor those. So if you're routinely getting incongruencies between actions and words, the trust within the relationship is being degraded, it's being broken, it's being eradicated. And ultimately, why get into a relationship if you can't trust somebody? You have to have trust in a relationship for it to thrive, because if you don't, it's not worth it. If you do not trust your partner 100%, game over, done. So you start with that, come from a place of respect, a place from love, and then allow them to show up, who they are, taking things slow, and see what unfolds in that energy, see what is becoming. So you have some things to look out for, right? Now it's like, how do you address it? How do you move forward once you started witnessing some of these things? And this is where boundaries come in. This is where values come in of what you're creating and what you're emulating within yourself and holding space for in your relationships, and being strong in your energy. Because if you are dealing with a manipulative person, they have a lot of tactics that they could use to get you off your center, off your truth. And so it's imperative to just be in your authenticity, in your energy. So always staying in your frame. That is going to help you honor what is happening, honoring your truth, your wisdom, the experiences that are coming in, and not seek anything outside yourself. Because once you start doing that, you're giving power over yourself, and that's where you could get lost and sideswept. So you definitely don't want to go that route, and that creates codependency based on how they respond, their lovingness and openness towards me, that is going to direct how I feel. And that is a huge no-go. Your energy is relatively calm and stable and arises from within. So this is staying consistent in your energy and recognizing people are human. They're going to have off days. But if you continuously notice a pattern where they're withdrawing, where their energy is just lower, you recognize it, and then you have a conversation about it. And this is where you communicate out of a place of love, and you figure out what's going on in their perspective. And you do that in a place of understanding, asking questions, not making accusations. And that way you could truly understand what's going on inside their world, right? Maybe they're going through a stressful time or an experience. Maybe there's a little bit of resentment built for whatever reason. So you're opening the door for true understanding. And with it, just witness. Don't view it as an attack. They're sharing their truth. And as long as it's coming from a place of respect, and just integrate it with yourself and see if you guys could come and collaborate to create a beautiful outcome. And then with that communication, it might lead to having some boundaries within yourself, right? And really setting a tone. So for example, say you recognize a little bit of hot and cold, and for whatever reason, they're in it, stressful time in life, and it's creating dips within that stability and within that baseline. And so you could communicate that dips are okay, they're normal, they're part of life, but it has to be communicated. It has to be stated instead of unknowing, not honored. And so at least you know what's going on in their realm. It's been communicated and you guys are on the same page. And also setting the expectations with how you guys communicate, how you interact, and where your baseline is currently will provide tremendous insight and value. And the last step to this is people are going to do what people are going to do. That is the beautiful part. You are not controlling other people. You're just creating environments for yourself to be successful. And if people aren't in alignment with that or don't want to honor that, you have to have the courage and the self-love to recognize that and release and let go of certain environments, relationships that aren't fulfilling that or honoring that. Because once you do, you're loving yourself, and guess what? You're creating space and energy for an environment that will. So, end of story. Games are immature. They are for manipulation and control, and they don't create long-lasting, empowering relationships. Get rid of the rules, get rid of these dumb games that people play for control, and just lead with your heart, lead with love. Be your authentic you, and watch the magic unfold, because you are going to attract people who are doing the exact same thing and partners on the same level, where it creates stability and openness. Always choose your light and empowerment and rise towards your highest expression. Blessings and much love.